Welcome back to Real Repairs for Real Customers. Some mobile techs find that some accounts ask them to do stain removal. And stain removal by the book is often nothing like what we see in the real world. For example, we've been taking coffee stains out of this seat in this small Cessna for 3 different times. This is our 3rd visit. There was a 16-ouncer of coffee, and I think we've ended up with a whole pot of coffee by the time we've tried to chase that stain. So we've done extraction and we've done steam, and I think we're getting there, but it's required multiple trips. So it's not as easy as you might think by the book. And we have another repair today that we'd like to show you, and this has to do with red stains in the carpet. And it's a real challenge. So if you're up to that challenge, come on and let's go to work. Well, we've got a combination deep red stains and filthy carpet. Not for the faint of heart. We're using a product called Red Relief, not a sponsor by the way. It's a 2-part acid, so you mix them A and B equally. Now I do realize that the product is designed to be sprayed on with a pump sprayer. In fact, they provide one that mixes the 2 components. And that might be nice, for a small residential incidental stain. But for the catastrophes that we find here in the mobile tech business, I just am in the habit of pouring it directly into the stain and working it in with a brush. They pay me to put out fires, and I'm not coming with a garden hose. I get asked quite often, how long do you leave the iron on there? And so I've left the camera running the whole time I'm using the iron. And while I'm skipping through the steps, the timer is actually showing you the real elapsed time. So what we're doing here is we've got a moist terry cloth towel, and we're putting the steam iron down there, letting the steam work. As you saw, I left it for about a half a minute the first time, and then I checked it to see how we're doing. I make an adjustment on the heat setting. The next time I can leave it for a minute, see how that's doing. And it's not unusual to leave the iron in one place for 5 minutes at a time. So I've left it on here for a few minutes and I've seen what it's doing, and I'm using the rest of my mixture, working that in. And I'm going to hit all of these heavy areas another time. I'm also moistening my terry cloth rag again. You'll see me do that throughout. I have actually steamed one until the terry cloth dried out from the heat and scorched the carpet a little bit. And keeping it moist just generates the steam that's going to activate this acid and do the work for you. You see I'm pulling up dirt from the carpet too. It's coming right up into the terry cloth towel, and you can see the lighter areas of the carpet now that the dirt is out. And this is the purpose of the terry cloth towel. It will absorb what was left of the red stain. In fact, the acid turns the red stain to yellow, and that's what the terry cloth towel will absorb. So you could imagine then that if the red stain turned to a light yellow, that might be totally hidden in a beige carpet. And in that case, you would be totally done. The acid that remains as a residue will continue to work overnight, and if there's any hint of any stain left, it'll likely be gone by the next morning. That stain near the seat base is difficult to access, so I'll just be moving the iron in and around it to to get the best coverage possible. The terry cloth towel will get pretty nasty after a session like this, but you can pressure wash it out on the pavement and keep reusing it. And we can prep the next step so we can move right along. We're pulling up lots of dirt in this location, so we're going to steam it some more. See if we can even pull some of that dirt out while we're getting the red stain. Well, that's a little better. Well, we're about there. I'm hitting one spot one more time. And if that's all it's going to do, then let's stop there. Getting it this far in 11 minutes is not too bad. So generally at this point, I'm going to clean the carpet down with my cleaner and get it ready to put a light coat of dye on there. And if you want to see me getting into some trouble, well, here's your chance. Because as you can see, scrubbing this carpet was a bad idea. We're pulling up more dirt. In fact, it's become a never-ending deep well of dirt. So, as is typical when you get into trouble, you need to stop and think, what is a plan that'll get me out of trouble? Since there is no end to the dirt coming up, I have to stop right here. I'm going to let this dry. I'm going to get some acetone and dry clean the surface. Any residue that's dried on the very top surface, I'm getting off. Then I want to make sure to totally dry the carpet. The reason is that more dirty water will wick to the surface, and when the water evaporates into the atmosphere, it will deposit soil onto the top of the carpet again, to the point that even if you finish the repair and it looks perfect the day you finish it, the next day coming back you may see a dirt spot again. So while drying the carpet down, I'm also mixing the dye. Let's do a little test spot and dry that down. The base for my carpet dye is my metallic toners with just a little bit of pigment to sway it one way or another for color. That'll be close enough for this vehicle, as we sometimes say. As you have seen me do before, I'm rubbing some of the color deep into the roots of these stained areas. We're going to bring them up to speed with the rest of the carpet as much as possible. It really would have been nice if this carpet was removed and pressure washed, but we're just trying to make the best of a bad situation without spending too much more time on it. Light mist coats at a time are all you need. By the way, if you've ever tried to dye over the red stains, you know that that doesn't work. In fact, if it did, we wouldn't be having this discussion, would we? And of course, we want to dry it between coats. Here I'm doing the best I can to balance out the look of this carpet. I know I'm in trouble with the deep staining. If I can get the general overall appearance to be good, I'll be happy. As it turns out, the red stains were the easy part of this. So if we get the overspray immediately, it comes right off with our water-based cleaner. I'm also cleaning the frame of the seat, even though there's a plastic cap that's going to snap back over these ends. And since the driver's seat is pushed all the way forward, when we push it back, the worst of it will be hidden. Good for our team. Well, this one wasn't easy, but it's the stark reality of what this YouTube channel is all about. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.